It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. And a short kick taking about the 16. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Right off the bat, here's Pickett to throw it. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett on the move to his left. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Pickett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Now Pickett on 4th down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off. And it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Another run with Sanders. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
This is the defensive by this defender causes down the rotation.
But now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they wanted now, enforce the penalty to the 1. But if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up?
Yeah, just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. They'll try to sneak, and he will get in to make it 8-0. The penalty got him half the distance to the goal down to 1, made that try a little easier.
Yeah, without a doubt, and it opens up your playbook, doesn't it? From the 1-yard line, run, pass, do whatever you want there, and they did it successfully.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
First carry for Najee Harris. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Pickett.
Oh, my bear.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Okay, show off. Only pay for what you need.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Pickett going to keep it himself, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Kenny Pickett scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Steelers have cut the lead back down to 2. Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Pickett will try to throw for this, and that's caught at the 2. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8. Well, it's definitely early enough where they didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but hey, they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match? Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up, place the ball, so they can snap it and get back to work.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Sets up to throw it. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Hurts. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down at 17. They'll look to throw. This one complete downfield to Goddard. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 35. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
But 1st down, Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now back to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown, and the Eagles have taken the lead. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking for the tying score here, down 15-8 as they have it 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete there to Johnson. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Off-play action, Pickett. And that will be complete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Going for it on fourth down. Here's Pickett. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Next to score, Eagles 22, Steelers 8.
Got spots all over the court. He really misses the soft touch, but then in transition, let it fly.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
We all know he is engaged.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Steven Sims on a return from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Warriors games tomorrow on TNT.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on fourth down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up. And
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
what's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken from about the 12. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
2nd and 10. Pickett got his man complete over the middle. It's Sims. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Pickett now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Pickett will look to throw it here. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Pickett, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And this is caught at the 8. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Pickett. Throw knocked away and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been played at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
97-8. Clippers can't stop the lead. He's going to go to the free throw line. Clippers led this game early in the quarter, 79-71. Since that point, it's 26.
A final shot before break. Pickett looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This is taken just shy of the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second down. Here's Hurts. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. T.J. Watt, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. The Eagles send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Pickett to throw on 1st down. Now he'll let it go deep right side. But it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. You want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Hurts. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Here's Hurts to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. Touchdown! Quez Watkins, 28 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air. And that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
What does it take? One viral.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
A rebel took to the streets. He recruited others to join him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Pickett, and his throw here's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first.
Jack scored the Clippers 50-24. This was a ball game that